7 celebrities who claim that God has spoken to them. 1. Chris Pratt was saved by a messenger from God. Chris was a struggling waiter living in Hawaii. One afternoon, a native Hawaiian man approached him in the street. He introduced himself as Henry.
He asked what I was doing that night. "You going to party?" he asked. "Drink and do drugs?" I was like, "I hope so."
Chris asked him what it was all about. Henry said God had told him to talk to Chris. Chris surprised himself by canceling the party. Instead, he went to church with Henry. He cleaned up and found a job. Chris never saw Henry again. 2. Matthew McConaughey received a sign from above. Matthew drifted from God as his acting career took off, but he reconnected with his faith when he married Camila. When Camila was pregnant, they discussed the baby's name. Matthew mentioned his favorite Bible verse, Matthew 6:22.
"If thy eye be single, thy whole body will be full of light."
They talked about Levi, Matthew's name, before he began to follow Jesus. Their son was born at exactly 6:22. They named him Levi. 3. Gwen Stefani's son convinced her of the power of prayer. Gwen says her son, Kingston, has a direct link with God.
He prays for everything.
Kingston once asked her if she was going to have another baby. Gwen was content with her 2 boys. She told Kingston no. 1 month later, she found out she was pregnant. When Gwen told Kingston, he wasn't surprised.
"I prayed for that,"
he said. 4. Denzel Washington's life was changed by a prophecy. Denzel was at a crossroads after dropping out of college. He didn't know what he wanted to do. One day, a woman in his mother's beauty parlor spoke to him.
"I have a prophecy.
She told Denzel.
Boy, you are going to travel the world and speak to millions of people."
A few months later, he decided to become an actor.
What she told me that day has stayed with me. I've been protected. I've been directed. I didn't always stick with God, but He always stuck with me.
5. Justin Bieber heard God's voice. Justin said he wasn't super religious when it happened.
"I was pretty lost and woke up one day and felt like God was telling me something. I just heard a voice and was like, you know what? I'm going to change my life around."
Justin stepped away from the limelight for a few years. He joined the popular Hillsong Church. 6. Letitia Wright prayed her way out of depression. When Letitia became depressed, a Bible study group helped her. She decided she didn't need acting anymore. She even turned down a role in a Nicole Kidman movie. But when Marvel called, she accepted the Black Panther role. After the audition, Letitia told her friend.
"I've got this role. God has told me.
Letitia says God always guides her choices.
Am I right for this part? Is this what I should be playing? If something feels off in my spirit, I know that's God's way of saying, you shouldn't do that."
7. Blake Shelton received divine inspiration for a song. In 2015, the country music singer was in a dark place. Blake was going through a difficult divorce with Miranda Lambert. One night, he awoke with a melody in his head.
I dreamed the first verse of this song. I woke up and immediately wrote it down.
The verse became the song Savior's Shadow. Singing the new song helped Blake move on.
At first, I thought it was that I'm so sad and pitiful that even God feels sorry for me. And then I thought, no, it's just that He's on this journey with me and He's walking with me